Good morning Year 8 and welcome to today's maths lesson. Let's start off with a quick starter. Can you answer these 3 questions for me in your light blue books? Pause the video for a couple of minutes and have a go at that now. Okay, let's go through the answers. To find 25% of 800, I need to do 800 and I need to divide that by what, Bradley? Divide it by 4. 800 divided by 4 gives me 200. If I want to decrease 100 by 15%, I can start off by working out what 10% of 100 is. Henry, what's 10% of 100? 10. Lovely, I've divided it by 10. Tamsin, what's 5% of 100? If 10% was 10, what's 5%? 5. Lovely. So 10% was 10, 5% was 5. So what's 15% of 100, Alicia? 15, lovely. So if I decrease 100 by 15%, I need to do 100, take away 15, which will give me 85. And finally, I've been asked to convert 2 over 50 to a percentage and a decimal. So I want to turn this fraction into a fraction where the denominator is 100. So I've multiplied 50 by 2. Whatever I do to the bottom, I need to do the same to the top. 2 times 2 gives me 4. So 2 over 50 is the same as 4 hundredths, which if we wrote that using a place value table would be 0.04. And as a percentage, multiply that by 100. We're looking at 4%. Okay, Year 8, this is our destination for today's lesson. Quick recap. If I want to increase 350 by 15%, 350 is 100% of my original number. I want to tack on the end an extra 15%. But what's that 15% worth to me? Well, 10% of 350 is just dividing 350 by 10, which would give me 35. If 10% of 350 is 35, 5% is just going to be half of that, which is going to be 17.5. This then tells me that 15% is 35 plus 17.5. Which gives me what, Misha? Lovely, 52.5. But I've been told to increase 350 by 15%. 350 plus 52.5 will give me 402.5. So how about if I wanted to decrease 350 by 15%? I want to take away that 15%. Well, we worked out previously that 15% of 350 was 52.5. This time we're decreasing by it, so we need to do 350, take away my 52.5, which gives me 297.5. Okay, Year 8, in your light blue books, can you have a go at these questions for me? Pause the video for 10 to 15 minutes and work these out now, please, in the same way. And these are the answers. Please check how you did. Okay, Year 8, A, B, C or D. I'm increasing 220 by 40%. Pause the video for a minute and work it out for me. Okay, let's go through the answers. If I was trying to find 10% of 220, I'd just divide 220 by 10, which would give me 22. If 10% is 22, 40% is just 4 lots of that, which is going to be 88. I'm increasing 220 by 40%, so I need to do 220 plus 88, which will give me 308, which handily is D. Okay, year 8, I want to decrease 180 by 40%. Pause the video and then work out the answer. Okay, let's go through it. 10% of 180, we're just dividing it by 10, gives me 18. 40% is going to be 4 lots of that, which is 4 times 18. 4 times 18 gives me what, Violet? 72. Lovely, thank you very much. But we're decreasing 180 by 40%. So we're taking 180, we're taking off our 72, which leaves us with 108. So I was looking for C. Okay, quick recap. How did we convert a fraction to a decimal? What did we do, Jonas? We made the denominator 100. Thanks very much. So 7/20ths. I want to turn that into a fraction where the denominator is 100. I've multiplied my 20 by 4, so I need to do the same on the top. Not by 4, by 5, sorry. 7 times 5 gives me 35. 35 hundredths as a decimal is just 0.35, using our place value table. And to work out a percentage, we just need to multiply that by 100, which will give me 35%. Over to you. By making the denominator 100, can you convert 3/25ths and 3/5ths to a decimal and a percentage? Pause the video for a couple of minutes. In your light blue books, off you go. Okay, let's go through the answers. So I've multiplied 25 by 4. Whatever I do to the bottom, I've got to do the same to the top. 3 times 4 gives me what, Emily? 12, brilliant. So 12 hundredths is 0.12, which is 12%. And for the bottom one, again, I'm going to make my denominator 100. This time I've multiplied top and bottom by 20. Which gives me 60 over 100, or 0.6, which is 60%. Okay, year 8, can you pause the video, and in your light blue books, can you have a go at expressing these fractions as a percentage in the same way, making the denominator 100 each time. From here onwards is more of an extension, so aim to do A to F for me. Pause the video for 10 minutes and work those out now. And these are the answers. Please check your work and see how you did. What's 5 out of 20 as a percentage? I'm going to start by writing it as a fraction. 5 out of 20 just means 5/20ths. I can then apply the same logic that we just did, making the denominator 100, doing the same to the top and the bottom, gives me 25 out of 100, which is 25%. Mini whiteboards, year 8. What's 6 out of 20 going to be? Let's go through it. 6 out of 20. Multiply top and bottom by 5. Logan, what's 6 times 5? 30, lovely. So we're looking at 30%. Mini whiteboards year 8. Pause the video for a minute. What's 6 out of 25 as a percentage? Okay, let's go through it. 6 out of 25 is 6/25. Multiply top and bottom by 4 this time. 6 times 4 gives me what, Jake? 24, lovely. So I'm looking at 24%. Mini whiteboards year 8. What's 5 out of 25? Pause the video and have a go. Okay, 5 out of 25 in exactly the same way. I'm making my denominator 100. Timesing top and bottom by 4 this time. Which gives me 20 out of 100, or 20%. So how about now? 6 out of 7, how am I going to convert that to a percentage? Pause the video for a minute and have a think. Can you remember when we had something that looked like 6 out of 7 where I couldn't just convert the denominator to 100? I used bus stop division, didn't I? How many 7s in 6, Alicia? None whatsoever, lovely. Henry, how many 7s in 60? 8, 7 8s are 56, remainder 4. How many 7s are there in 40 for me, Mia? 5, lovely, I've got 5 left over. How many 7s in 50, Violet? 7, 7 7s are 49, etc, etc, we could go on. So we're looking at 85.7%. Remember, if I can't convert that denominator to 100, I need to use bus stop division. Over to you, year 8s. Can you pause the video for 10 minutes and have a go at these questions in your light blue book? Convert them all into a percentage for me. I've told you which ones you need to use bus stop division for. And these are the answers. Please check how you did. So today we wanted to look at percentage change. Can I have the title percentage change in your dark blue books? And underneath, can you write percentage change equals difference in amounts over original amounts times by 100. When you've got that down, can I see pens down and eyes on the boards? I'm going to do an example and then you're going to do an example. So for my first one, it says calculate the percentage change when the original value was 400 and the new value is 350. So the difference in this amount, my percentage change, is going to be the difference in the amounts, which in this case is 400, take away 350, all divided by my original amount, which is 400, and then I multiply that by 100. $400 take away 350 gives me 50. So I've got 50 divided by my original amount, which was 400. Multiply my answer by 100. I can then use my calculator. 50 divided by 400 times by 100 tells me that the percentage change in this case is 12.5%. Over to you, year 8. In your dark blue books, can you have a go at this one? This time the original value is 350 and the new value is 400. Using the equation at the top, can you work out the percentage change? Pause the video for a couple of minutes and work that out now. And this is the answer I was looking for. You should have got 50 because the change is still the same. The difference in amounts is still the same. It's 50. Only this time my original value was 350. So I've got 50 divided by 350 times 100, which gives me 14.3%. Okay, you're right, I'm going to do an example and then you're going to do an example. So I've got the percentage change when the original value was 250 and the new value is 326, and I've been asked to find the percentage change. Let's use my formula. The difference in amounts this time is 326 take away 250. My original value is 250. I then need to multiply that by 100. Sandra, what's 326 take away 250? 76, lovely. So we've got 76 divided by 250 multiplied by 100. If I type that into my calculator, 76 divided by 250 times by 100 gives me 30.4%. Over to you, Year 8. In your dark blue books, can you have a go at this example, please? Pause the video for a couple of minutes and have a go. And this is the answer I was looking for. The percentage change is the difference in amounts, which in this case is 52, divided by the original amount, which in this case was 250, multiplied by 100, which gives me 20.8%. Make sure you've got this example in your dark blue book for me. And when you've got that, can you pause the video for 10 to 15 minutes and work out these questions using a calculator? Pause the video in your light blue books, have a go at that now. And these are the answers I was looking for. Please check how you did. So sometimes they're going to throw in some worded questions, but the formula still applies. I've been asked if the fish food is increased in price from £3 to £4.50, work out the percentage change. Now percentage change, just using the formula above, is going to be the difference in amounts, which in this case is 4.5 take away 3, divided by my original amount. In this case, my original amount was 3. And then multiplying my answer by 100. This in turn is going to give me 4.5 take away 3 is 1.5. 1.5 divided by 3 times 100. I then take out my calculator. 1.5 divided by 3 times 100 is 50%. My percentage change is 50%. Here I've been given some slightly trickier numbers, but the formula still applies. The value of a painting rises from £120,000 to £192,000. Work out the percentage increase. So again, my percentage change is going to be my difference in amounts, which is 192,000, take away 120,000, over my original amount. My original amount was 120,000. Multiply everything by 100, which gives me 72,000 over 120,000 times 100. Take out my calculator. 72,000 divided by 120,000 times by 100 tells me that the painting has increased by 60%. Over to you, Year 8. In your light blue books, can you pause the video for 5 minutes and have a go at these 2 questions now, please? Use a calculator. And these are the answers I was looking for. Please check how you did. And finally, this was my lesson destination for today. The rent for a flat increased from £140 to £168. What was the percentage increase? Pause the video for 5 minutes and have a go at that question now, please. And this is the answer I was looking for. Difference in amount divided by original amount times 100 is our formula. So I've got 28 divided by 140 times 100, which should have given you 20%. Can you now head over to Google Classroom and have a go at the exit ticket I provided for you today? Thanks very much, Year 8. Have a lovely day.